Oleg.
Yeah, hi Frank. Life sometimes appears to be very random. Innocent people die, a lot of sufferings taking place, children die as well.
Yes.
So if we apply design argument to life, life does not seem to be designed because it seems to be so random, so much sufferings, children die, and prayers very often are not answered. And so the design argument seems to have a weakness because life appears to be not designed.
Let me ask you this. Why do you ask that question? Is there a certain event or thought you're having in your mind right now that you're...
No, I was listening Christopher Hitchens' arguments as well, and he often mentions how many children die and how much sufferings take place.
Okay,
so,
let's agree with Christopher Hitchens, that's evil, right? If that's evil, in order for it to be evil, what must exist? Good. But in order for good to exist, God must exist, because by definition, what we mean by good is God's nature. So what we're really dealing with is not the absence of God, but what we're really dealing with is, why would God allow it to continue? Right? That's the question. But to say that something's not designed because they go wrong is not a good argument against design. You see those cars out there? They're all designed. But if they break down, that doesn't mean they weren't designed. Or if they run into a tree, it doesn't mean they weren't designed. Or if they just sit out there and the second law of thermodynamics ultimately turns them into a rust spot, that doesn't mean it's not designed. It means that we live in a world that is fallen and that things run down. And why do we live in a world that's fallen? Because Satan made a choice, Adam made a choice, and in order to be redeemed, Jesus had to come and save us. That's what redemption's all about. So we agree that things are evil. We agree things are bad. But we don't agree that that means there's no designer. In fact, in a world full of constraints by time, space, and matter, all design involves trade-offs. Like, for example, you might be upset because your iPhone only lasts for 37 minutes, right? Or however long it lasts with the battery. You might go, wow, I wish this battery lasted longer, right? But you wouldn't say that the iPhone's not designed because the battery only lasts for a few hours. Because what the iPhone designers did is they created a trade-off between size and power. They could have made an iPhone that lasted a week, but it would be this big, right? You'd be answering the phone going, hello? Right? They'd have to make the battery a lot bigger. So there's always a trade-off between competing sort of goals. Those cars out there, some of them can carry, I see a van out there, could probably carry 7 people, but I'm sure it doesn't get as good gas mileage as one of those smart cars, where if you have a collision with a mosquito, you lose, right? You get better gas efficiency in the small car, but you wouldn't say that it's not designed because it doesn't carry 7 passengers. It's still designed, but it's designed for another purpose. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Oleg.